Hello everybody, welcome to RPG Horror Stories. I hope you enjoy the video today. I got two stories for you, and I'm almost done recording the Old Man Henderson tale. I really fucked my voice out earlier reading through session 3 of the director's cut, so I'm gonna take a rest on it for a day. I'll be back on it tomorrow, and then we should be done and in the editing phase. On with the video. That time I dodged an actual bullet. One of those rare stories where the horror wasn't really caused by anyone at the table, and one of those rare stories that just fucking pops out at me on the front fucking page and I barely got a look. A year ago I hosted, but didn't GM for, a game between some old friends. We had met around high school age, but this was the first time we had seen each other for 4 years. That much time, it changes people, and the people started having some friction a few sessions in. Conflicting views cropped up, and some of the less mature players kept messing with the more mature ones. One of our players is Eric, and today he was carpooling with Ace and Rio, who are engaged. On the ride over, Eric had gone full frat boy towards Ace, making Rio uncomfortable. He and Ace were friends in college and used to party together and have some escapades. Eric thought going back to those stories in front of Eric's face's fiance was a good idea. Fuck that. The game started when they arrived and nobody's mood got any better. The Game Master caught us up to speed on our last adventure in Shadowrun's Seattle, and what they had planned was just some downtime and smaller stakes action. Eric and Ace's characters roomed up together in an apartment, so when Ace wanted to do a short RP sequence of tracking down an arms dealer, Eric forced himself in to tag along. While negotiating a price, Ace managed to drop it down a bit, but not to what he was hoping for, so Eric decided to give it a try. Critical glitch. The dealer was offended by such a lowball offer. The Game Master narrates, "She brings the price back to what it was originally." This is where Ace snaps and stood up from his seat. He voiced a lot of his frustrations about Eric and a few other people in the group, which really weren't all that unfounded. There were things I didn't even realize were bothering him until he said them out loud. The rest of the table screeched their chairs to get up too, and now all of a sudden I've got a shouting match around my dinner table. Suddenly I hear a crash and some breaking glass. The table went silent, thinking someone threw a beer, until someone pointed out a hole in the drywall. Someone down the road had shot a gun, and by pure luck, it didn't hit anyone. The one who had it worst was my cat, who had to put up with the shouting and the gunshot. The near-death experience did calm everyone down though. A few weeks later, a few of us agreed that maybe it was time to put some distance between old friends again and separate on good terms. Too long didn't read. I dodged a literal stray bullet, and it ended up dodging our shouting fight from turning into an actual one. Interesting how an instrument of death, war, and bloodshed ended up preventing blood from being shed that day. I do hope that you and your friends are still on good terms. That said, when it comes to high school friends, if you didn't grow up with each other in college, you might not like each other, and if you there's still a strong chance that you don't like each other after high school. It's really rare to keep friends from high school. I've literally only kept 2. And that's because I gave them a lot of fucking time away from me. I was a lot in high school. Trust me, I was a lot, and I still am. And when it comes down to it, you have to acknowledge that you are different from that person, and you might not be fully compatible with them in their personality. But, it's not much that I can really offer advice on. The only thing that I can say is, if things are going rough, give it a break. Try and think about the other person's health. Try and think about your friendship. You don't want to put things on a line. Now, next story. Holy shit, I saw the typo and I knew I had to read this. Content warning, in-game sexual assault. That dude who plays pervert characters. So, I was playing a D&D 5th edition campaign with my group of friends. They have been my friends for a long time, but it's their first RPG session and I don't know what to expect. At that point, 3 years ago, I don't have much experience on RPGs out of one group that I've played for years and manuals that I like to read, and I've never been a game master because I am too disorganized. So, I don't know so much about content agreements and Session Zero, the X card, and all that stuff, but I don't expect people to do super fucked up stuff without talking it out first. Lesson learned. Speaking of people who, don't have Session Zeros, look at this asshat! Make me, bitch! Listen, in all seriousness, yeah, they are right. It's not the be-all, end-all to having a good game. Basically, the 90% of all bad games can be stopped by simply having Session Zero. And the other 10 can be sorted out by being a passably decent person. You don't even have to fucking shower to meet that bottom of the fucking line bar. It's really fucking low. So, seriously, just have your Session Zero. It's too fucking easy of a preventative measure to prevent this sort of thing from happening. Now, on with the story. We are 3 players, but for the story, only 2 matter. A human monk that has spent all his life isolated. Let's call him Fergus. And my character, a wizard kobold who was more interested in crime that was about the academy. Let's call him Rev. I am the only girl of the group. I just came out as trans, so I guess everyone is still thinking I'm one of the dudes. When the player of Fergus explains his character, he says that he wants to experience life now that he has left the monastery. What does he mean? Adventures? No. Sexually assaulting other characters? Yes. But at that point, I didn't know yet. Our characters meet, and they go together as a newly formed party. Fergus tries to flirt with Rev and makes quite explicit comments about how he would like to try my small kobold body. My character goes away, and we get attacked by a monster. Thank God! After we manage the fight, we go to an inn to get some rooms, and the innkeeper is some kind of fucking creep like Fergus. So I have to get away from him, and then we go to sleep. And Fergus makes a scene where he enters my room while Rev is sleeping. He mentions trying to pin my character on the bed, but my character gets off and the scene is over. Here to add that even if they didn't know, I have my fair share of sexual assault experience, including one in infancy. The rest of the session continues, and there is another non-consensual touching scene, but I can't really remember it. There are also a lot of uncomfortable moments with explicit catcalling and being chased by the monk. I never joined for a second session. Over the years, I just drift away from most of the group, and that's that. Having more experience, I realized that this is not an isolated event. I have encountered a bunch of dudes wanting to play rapier, pervert characters on my way, and my characters are more in danger of being raped when I play online with people that think I'm a cis girl. Ending up being one of the things that I draw the line on in Session Zero. No rape in general, no trying to hook up with my character. That also goes for you, Game Master. The second one being that because people have shown to me that they don't know how to differentiate flirting from straight up sexual harassment. Yeah, the funny thing is that when it comes to reality, transgender women are actually way more likely to be raped than actual women. But if you're on the internet and you have like one of those that guy people, and you're a transgender woman, you're playing in a tabletop game, and you tell them, yeah, I'm trans, they suddenly stop what they're doing. They're like, ew, that's gay! as if they haven't showered in fucking 4 months. Like, dude. As I've said, the bar is literally as low as be a decent fucking person and have session 0. It's really easy to not have to deal with this sort of horror story. That said, a lot of people don't even know about Session 0. It took me 2 fucking years of DMing before I even knew that Session 0 was a thing that you can do. I usually just told people, hey, yeah, you just draw up your character sheets and let's go. That used to be how I did it, but now, I mean, having the experience I do, always have Session 0. Even if you fucking know people, have your Session 0. It is so fucking easy, and honestly, it just leads to a better game. Now, that's all I have for today. Much love, stay sexy, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow. And don't be that guy. Don't be a fucking Kevin. God damn it, don't be Karen. Fuck you if you're Karen. Bye-bye!